In my opinion, the most important trait that you can have in order to become a successful software engineer is the ability to be able to find answers by yourself without having to ask anyone else first. What I mean is that when you have a difficult problem, right, which is inevitably going to happen as a software engineer, if before asking a question, what you do is you try to basically exhaust all possible resources that you have, you try every single solution you can find on Google, you go on Stack Overflow, you go on Reddit, you go on YouTube, you try to find a solution first and you try something. You might be entirely confused and you have no idea what to do, but the desire and the natural curiosity that it takes to try some sort of solution first is what I think differentiates the best developers from the rest of them. And I genuinely mean any type of question that you can possibly have. If there's something you don't know, type it into Google, and the odds are someone has probably asked that question before, and there's a solution there somewhere that you can try and implement into whatever problem you are facing yourself. The fact is, it's oftentimes faster to find a solution by yourself using the internet rather than asking another engineer on your team and kind of just waiting for them to get back to you with an answer and just do all the work for you. Not only this, but throughout my several years of internships and my career, I have noticed that employers always want people that are naturally resourceful, naturally curious, and just able to find solutions when there's not that many resources available. I think that the number one quality employers want is someone who can find a solution by themselves. And if you think about it, I've talked about this previously on my channel, but the most important thing that a software engineer does is problem solve. And what problem solving entails is, when you just have a certain subset of variables, you have some things you want to resolve, but you don't know how. The ability to actually resolve those problems, figure out a solution, and implement that is what a software engineer does. And the reason why the salaries are so high here in the US and why software engineers make so much money is because often they have to solve problems that are, sometimes there aren't that many resources online. But if you can still solve these complex problems, this is how you become successful, and this is why engineers are paid so much. And what are some examples of this, right? Let's say you have a problem at work and you have no idea what to do. And the natural thing that you want to do is ask a question, right? You want to reach out to a senior developer, be like, hey, how do I solve this? What can I do for this? But this has several effects, right? That engineer probably working on something of their own. You asking them a question is going to take them off of the task they're doing. They have to context switch to help you out. And then you're both working together. And now two developers are working on a problem instead of just one. And basically the overall productivity and efficiency of the team is lowered. Now, like I said before asking a question, you literally want to exhaust all resources that you possibly have. If you have no idea what to do, write something down, write anything down on a piece of paper, because at least this way you're actually going to be thinking about it, right? Give it some genuine thought, sit down for like 10-20 minutes if you have no idea, and just try to come up with some solution. Even if it sounds very stupid, if it's probably not going to work, give it some real thought and write any kind of solution down, because even this way, once you're stuck again and you actually go to ask a question, you can provide some context to that developer that you're asking help from and be like, okay, this is what I tried, this doesn't work, this is what I think is the problem. Any kind of information like this helps, because there's even a chance that developer that you think is like brilliant, the senior developer, right? They might not know how to solve the problem either, so they need as much help as they can get as well. So not only is trying all the solutions and exhausting all of your resources a better outcome for you, it also helps out the other engineers on your team, and it makes the entire team a lot more productive. Before asking a question, you want to exhaust all resources, and then when you do ask a question, say what you've tried, list out all the different solutions you've tried, and then provide some sort of idea of what you might think the cause of the problem is or what you might think a possible solution is. I genuinely think the difference between a more junior software developer and a more senior software developer is just that the senior ones are able to be more resourceful. They're able to find solutions on their own, and you kind of have to, because the more senior you get, the less people are more senior than you. So there's going to be less people to be able to ask questions to. And so naturally, the only people who get to become a higher level are those who can be resourceful and who can find out solutions by themselves. I'm telling you guys, if you want to become a successful software engineer, this is what you have to do. And it is the number one trait that'll help you become successful. And it, I think, is the number one thing that employers look for as well. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below, comment as well. And as always, subscribe to the channel. It would absolutely make my day. If you can learn how to find solutions by yourself and be as resourceful as possible, I guarantee you, you guys will have success. Take it easy and enjoy your coding.